Welcome. I'm Terry, and this is the Celtic Craft Studio. And it's Christmas here in the studio. I don't know about you, but I'm starting to feel the itch to put my tree up. So, that's the spirit has hit. So, we are going to flip through this beautiful Christmas journal. Her name is Poinsettia. She is 9 inches by 5.5. She has a 2-inch spine. She has 2 signatures and 80 pages, which means 160 sides. So let's flip through her, and then at the end we'll make some ephemera that you'll see in the journal. So let's get started. I used 2 different kits of Artie Mae's paper. I used the Cardinal Rose, and I used one of her older Christmas kits, which is called Christmas Hybrid. And this is on cardstock, and so it kind of serves, if you've seen my other journals, I like to use Tim Holtz. Well, instead of using Tim Holtz this time, I printed this out on cardstock and made it heavier than the inside papers. And here inside we have some tags and a journaling card. We have a plaid side pocket and some Christmas music. Jolly old St. Nicholas. Then I had some Christmas tissue paper that I used as my specialty paper this time. Had some beautiful old-fashioned images of Christmas, of St. Nicholas. And then I have some Kool-Aid dyed paper, thanks to Grammy's keepsakes. And on this side we have a pocket with another tag and a journaling card. Here I have a poinsettia tuck. A pocket and journaling card. Here we have some of that beautiful Artie Mae's paper. A place to journal with one of the cardinals. And on this page we have a side tuck, and then under the side tuck, when I made the cover, I had material left over. And what I do when I make the cover is I use the fusing and I iron it on the envelope. Well, I had some material left with the fusing on it, so I took it and I ironed it on cardboard and made tags from it. So here we have one of the tags, and it has a pocket with a couple of tickets and a card, and then I put a little piece of lace and a button at the top. And tucked her in there. I think there's 4 of them in this journal. Once again, plenty of space to write, to journal. All your Christmas events. Are you going to be busy this Christmas? Here's a belly band with a journaling card. And then I took a piece of vellum and I ran some Christmas images off. Here's a poinsettia. Did you know that the poinsettia is named after a man by the name of Joel Roberts Poinsett? And he was from the United States, and he was the first minister to Mexico. I know that because I actually know a woman who's related to him. I thought that was interesting. Little factoid. If you ever get on Jeopardy, then you'll know. All right. Over here, we have an altered paper clip, and it hooks a tag down. And this tag has a little tuck, a little poinsettia tuck. It has a journaling card, some tickets, and a cute little Tim Holtz image, one of his Christmas images. And then it's clipped to the page with this cute little snowman. Do you see the snowman? So you can take, once again, you can take this stuff out if you don't want it to be quite as bulky. Although this one doesn't have alligator mouth. This one was just right. But a lot of these things you can take out. All right, here we have a top tuck and a piece of Christmas music, which you can journal on the back because it has lines. Shiny and bright. Here's some of that beautiful lace paper, Grammy's Keepsakes. I'll link her below, along with Artie Mays, so you can see where these lovely papers came from. Here we have a corner tuck, and of course we have to have fairies in all our journals. These are the winter fairies, Christmas fairies. Pocket with a ticket and a journaling card, some beautiful images. All right, this is the piece of ephemera that we're going to make when I'm done doing the flip through. And it's actually hooked in here. I'll show you the other side. This is the first side. And what it is it's a brown envelope. And I've hooked two envelopes together. And then I have put journaling space on the inside, a beautiful picture on the outside, and then made a pocket where you can put a journaling card. Here we have cute little girl. And on this one, I put a tab and some charms. We're going to do something a little different when we make the ephemera after this, but that's what's on this one. It's a little angel and a charm that says joy. All right, here we have a pocket. Tag and a journaling card. There's the poinsettia tuck. And this is the center of the signature. We have a poinsettia pocket with a journaling card, some tags, and the envelope in the middle to hide the strings. And inside the envelope is writing paper. And here's the other side with another poinsettia pocket that's been sewn on. The poinsettia tuck, a pocket with Santa. And the other side I put a Dear Santa piece of paper. But this is the other side of the envelope. So see, you've got some writing space. Here's the picture. And once again, inside, we have a journaling card. And it has some charms hooked to it. It says peace. Let me move it down. All right. Let me put that in there. All right. A pocket. The tag and journaling card. Here's another fairy. And all of this can be written on. I know it's beautiful, but you can journal on that. Top tuck with some more music, which is a journaling card. There's lines on the back. You can also journal on this spot. More poinsettias. I don't know about you, but I have never been able to get a poinsettia to live beyond Christmas. That is my goal. One year I'm going to make it happen. Here we have another one of the tags with the Tim Holtz figure, and it's hooked on with a altered paper clip. Got some tickets in there. And a journaling card underneath. Here's the other half of the vellum image. Belly band. This one has gingerbread cookies. All right, here's a corner tuck with a clip that holds it shut. And you can open it up and journal in there. And then a tag with a little angel that serves as a tuck with some cards. Here's a little December 24th image. All right, here's another one of the tags that I made out of the cloth. Pocket with Santa. Poinsettia tuck. I love this paper. This paper is so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Here we have a pocket with a journaling card and a tag. Some more of the tissue paper and the plaid side pocket. And that's the end of the first signature. Second signature is similar, so we'll go through it a little quicker. Although there are some, the pockets are different. Here we have some deer and Christmas trees. We have the music with the images printed on them. And this tissue paper has holly. Holly leaves, holly. Another piece of that beautiful Kool-Aid dyed paper. A tag and a journaling card. Did you know that there were poinsettia carrots grown in California? I did not know that. Interesting graphic. Tag and a journaling card, some more journaling space. Here's another one of the tags made out of the cover material. It's in the side tuck with a journaling card. Here's a cute guy. He serves as a tuck on this tag, and then we have a bunch of things inside. And he's in the corner pocket, which if you take the paper clip off, it opens, and you have journaling space. Belly band, the candy cane, 5 cents each. Had to have been a long time ago. The other half of the vellum, or the first half of the vellum, once again we've got some holly leaves and berries. Here we have another tag with a little boy from the Tim Holtz set. And some tags. Top tuck with some Christmas music. Jingle bells. Journaling space on the back. Here we have another fairy. All right, and here's the other envelope that we're going to do in a moment. Writing space in the middle, and then here's the journaling card. They have angels on them, and this one says believe. Pockets. Love that poinsettia picture. Isn't that beautiful? The poinsettia pocket that's been sewn on with some ephemera, some journaling cards. Here we have an envelope that has paper in it. Now the other poinsettia pocket. Here's the Dear Santa side of the envelope. and another image, and here's the journaling card inside. All right. Here's another fairy. Other side of the vellum, a belly band. I think this one has Christmas pudding. Have you ever had Christmas pudding? As most of you know, I lived in England for 4 years, so I have had Christmas pudding. All I can say is it is a very different experience. It's not like American pudding. I had to explain that to my husband one time, that the word pudding is a little different in England than it is in America. Here we have another tag that has a tuck, cute little lady, journaling cards, and then the flip that opens up for journaling. You know, they never go on when you want them to. All right. The last of the material tags, and I got to thinking, you know, the ideas for this are endless, because I always, you know, use fused material on these, and you can make all kinds of different tags this way. I'm sure it's been done. I'm sure that didn't just come to me. Journaling space with the beautiful Artie Mays paper. This is the Cardinal Rose kit. And the actual kit that I got for the Cardinal Rose is a TN kit. But see, I can still use the pages in a normal journal. I like the fact that sometimes the page sizes are different. It just makes it a little more interesting. There's a pocket with a couple tags. That beautiful holly paper, poinsettia with a journaling card. Love these birds with the little Christmas hats. The other half of the specialty paper. The pocket. Side pocket. And this is the end. So there you have it, Poinsettia. I'll be putting her in the shop today. Today is Monday, and before the day is over, she will be in my Etsy shop, which I will link below. So, like I said, let's make some ephemera. Let's make this little pocket in the middle. Let me move this and grab my supplies. Once again, I tried to get a lot of this together so that you don't have to watch a lot of the tedious little steps. All right, so let's start from the beginning. It's always a good place to start. All right, so what you need, and this is what I had. You can use any color you want. I had brown envelopes. These envelopes are 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. Once again, you could probably use any size you want as long as it fits in the journal. And then what I do is I slip the top part in, so it looks like that. You have kind of a book, and I'm going to glue. I'm going to put a little glue on the inside and then glue this flap down. So we will get the Fabri-Tac out. Actually, this is Fabri-Fix. I don't know the difference. Maybe somebody can tell me. They all work the same in my opinion, but Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Fix, 3-in-1, any of those made by Beacon, I think are a good buy. All right, so we're going to glue that down. Going to glue the flap down. Excuse my reach. I will try not to reach across you, and I will try not to bump you. All that down. And all of a sudden you have a little booklet. And once again, that's, you know, you could do a lot of different things with it. But what I'm going to do is get some of my scrap paper. Like I said last week, when I print out these kits, and I don't remember which one this was from. It's either from the Cardinal Rose or the Christmas Hybrid Artie Mays kit, is the lined papers. And I always print out extra. You know, you can fold it up and put it in the envelopes that are in the journals, or you can use it for things like this. So what I did was I took several pieces of paper, all right, let's get our thing that we glued so we have it. And then what I did was I glued on the inside, and I cut these, like I said, this is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. So I cut this, I think it's cut down to about 5 inches by 6 3/4. Just so once again you have that little trim. And I'll show you why that little trim is important in just a bit. Okay? All right, so let's glue these down. Gonna glue these in the middle. Like I say, I like this glue because it doesn't warp the paper. You don't have all this warpage. When I first started out, I didn't know things like that, and I used a glue that made everything warp, and it didn't look nice. This just makes everything look a little more professional, in my opinion. All right, and you have a few moments to get it into place. And sometimes these papers have, you know, different things on them that maybe you want. For instance, we got this Mary up at the top, and I think I'm going to use that, make this the top, and put the Mary up here. So let's glue that down. And in my opinion, you don't need much. And a lot of times, I will not leave big blobs. I have a card that I go over it to smooth it out. Especially when I'm working with material, you want it to be kind of smooth and flat and not bubble up in places. Okay? So that's what I do. I glue the paper on the inside, and then I glue paper on the outside. Okay? Let's put that over here. All right, so here we have all the paper glued down onto the, so we got paper on the inside and then paper on the outside. And the paper on the outside, I think, just makes it interesting when you put the image on, because if you just put the image on, there's not a lot of interest going on. Okay? And I'm going to do my Gail thing. I don't know if any of you have heard the story, but I was going through some changes in my life. I had, still have, some medical issues that I was dealing with. And instead of sitting around feeling sorry for myself, I decided I was going to keep busy. So I found Gail on YouTube, and I watched her make the journals, and I thought, wow, wouldn't that be fun? That looks, you know, I've always loved paper. I love playing with paper. I thought that would be fun. So I started crafting along with Gail, and before you knew it, I had journals. So thanks to Gail, I found something that I love to do. But you'll notice a lot of things that I do are similar to Gail's, and then I have my own style too. So, you know, as you start crafting and doing this, you'll find your own style. You'll find, you know, what trips your trigger and works for you. All right, so let's get her down. Okay, we're going to put her on that is the front. And you want to pay attention because if you're going to use the Mary up here, you need to make sure that stays on the top. Believe me, I speak from experience. All right, let's I'm using the vintage photo. It's usually the one I use. Occasionally I'll use the walnut or the tea, but this is my favorite. This is my favorite. Seems to go with most of the things. All right, get this glued on, and then I'll show you how we're going to make a pocket. Okay, once again, I'm going to double check because I've been known to make mistakes. Whoopsie. Almost did. All right. Let's put her down. All right. Let me move and I'll bring my cutter over. I'm going to show you why this little line over here is important. This is my cutter. Not my favorite cutter. I'm saving for a Fiskars, but it works. All right, so I'm going to line this up on my cutter. Hopefully you can still see me. And I'm just going to cut. Let's make sure it's up against here because I want it to be straight. I'm just going to cut that line. Push hard because you got 2 heavy envelopes to get through. All right, so we've got that. Throw it away. And let's get this side. Just take that little edge off. All right. So we've taken the edge off and created a pocket. Ta-da! All right. And then the other thing I do before I do the card, and I will ink it a little too, is let's find the center. So the center is going to be about there. I just noticed my image is a little crooked. Yes, we're going to take it back off and fix it because it's not dry yet. We do not want crooked. Which is another good thing about the lines. All right. That's why we like lines. All right, so right about there, we're going to punch a hole. You can eyeball it too, and you're going to have to use all your muscles because you are going through quite a bit of paper. Okay. Let's do this side. And sometimes I line it up. Maybe I'll do that this time. If you line the holes up, then you have an idea where to punch that. And then your holes are kind of even. Not that it makes a difference because it's going to go over the page, but there you go. All right, and then we're going to take our ink again. And we're going to ink this side. Okay. Ink that in there. Ink that. Of course, you can hit the sides. I don't know. I think I find inking to be relaxing. I've heard that some people don't like watching people ink, but... All right, so the next thing you need is a journaling card to go inside. And I've picked 2 images. I picked the poinsettia images and printed those out. These are, they're either the 4x6 or 5x7. And then I print lines on the back, so there's a place to journal. And then you can slide these in. And this one has a button on the tab. although you can use the eyelets like I used in the Poinsettia journal. So let's make some journaling cards real quick. You do want to make sure your cards fit. Fit in here. And they do. Very good. All right, we're going to ink these real quick. It's snowing here today, so it's a good thing to be down in my craft room crafting instead of being outside. It's one thing I do not miss is getting up and having to clean up my car before I go someplace. You can also ink these. These are the tabs that come with the Christmas Artie Mays kit. In fact, I think these were from the Cardinal Rose kit. And I cut them out. You can make your own tabs. You could use, like I did with some of the tags, you could use some lace and some buttons for your tags. But I find that these are pretty. All right, so, and what I normally do, so this is going to go, all right. We're going to glue them on the same side. Had a momentary lapse. Where's my glue? I'm sure you can relate. You get to crafting and you move things where they don't belong, and then all of a sudden it's like, where's that? All right, I always glue the tabs because the cards are actually going to go the opposite way. One card's going to go in like this, the other card's going to go in like this. So I usually just put the tabs on the same side. That way, we've got them going the right direction. Let's get that glue off. Let's get the unsightly glue off. And then put this tab over on this one. A little glue on the inside. All right, I'll put this on there, like that. All right, so there you have your tabs on. And then I got some buttons out. I got green buttons this time to put on here. Now you can do the Mrs. Cog thing, and you can sew these on. That would be cute. Or, I know not everybody sews. I have a sewing machine. I do a lot of sewing around my cards and my covers and stuff. But I know everybody doesn't have one. And there's no reason you need to sew. A lot of this stuff you can just glue. All right, fiddly little buttons always give me grief, but... And I'm one of those particular people that feel there is a right way and a wrong way to put a button on. I think you'll notice that about my work. I'm not a haphazard person. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. I need some order in my life. Must have order. So I admire Roxy from Roxy Creations. I love watching her do her collaging, she's fearless. She just, she can put anything together and make it look wonderful. To me, that's a little scary. All right, so here we go. There's our journaling cards with our tabs on them. We have little green buttons, and then when they're dry, it'll take a little longer for that button to be dry, and I don't want to move it until it is. But when it's dry, then we will put the journaling cards in here. And I find the tabs really help not to lose your cards down into your pockets. So that's another reason I enjoy using tabs and hooking charms and stuff to them so that they don't slide down, get lost in the pocket. All right. And then what you would do is you would put that, you could use that as your center signature and put the envelope in the middle. I've done that before. Or you can just put it, with several pages and just put it in the journal. That's another reason that you want to kind of keep this open too, so that when you sew it in, you're not catching your pictures or your papers. If that makes any sense. All right. There is our ephemera for today. All right, like I said, I will put the Christmas journal, let's move these here so they can dry, Christmas journal in my Etsy shop today, Monday. What am I working on? I am finishing this beauty. So we'll be doing a flip through of her in a couple of days and maybe do some more ephemera. So I'm working on this. I'm finishing up an Edith-like journal. I'm finishing a fairy journal. I'll show those to you the next time. And the next time, I am going to answer the questions. Like I said, I had some questions that the gals have asked, and I'm going to answer those. So now's your chance. Down in the comments, if you have any questions, put them down there, and I'll do my best to answer them. I am, in many ways, a newbie. But I can tell you from my experience what I've learned. So any questions, put them down below and I'd be happy to answer them. So for now, I'm going to wish you the very best. Hope you have a great day. God bless and stay crafty.